George Holden, a professor of psychology, explained that 70 to 90% of parents use physical punishment as a form of discipline. This is a high percentage of parents that are using physical punishment to discipline their children. Today, I'm going to discuss with you 4 of the risks involved with using physical punishment as a form of discipline. Parents usually don't understand what risks that are involved when doing this. So today I will discuss with you the 4 risks, and then at the end I will explain to you how a parent can change and what they can do to use other forms of discipline. The first risk is, what kind of message are we sending children when we use physical punishment? The message that we are sending is that violence is okay. When we hit or spank or slap our children, we're teaching them that it's okay to hit. So when children get angry or frustrated or upset or mad, they think that hitting is an okay way to solve their problems. But this really isn't okay. It's kind of ironic how a parent will spank their child because they hit their brother, don't you think? So instead of teaching them right from wrong, we're teaching them how to be violent. In addition to teaching them that violence is okay, we're also instilling a fear upon children when parents are using physical punishment. This fear is instilled because they're scared of the pain that is inflicted by their parents. They're not worried about what they did wrong or how to make it better, how to correct their behavior. They're just worried about getting spanked or hit by their parents because of their behavior. So they're becoming fearful of their parents. And this shouldn't be. Parents should be a safe place for children to be around. It shouldn't be fearful for children to be near their parents. The third risk is that Dr. Andrew Grogan-Kaler, a professor of social work at the University of Michigan, said that when parents use physical punishment, the antisocial behaviors of children actually increase instead of decrease. So these antisocial behaviors include aggression, bullying, crime, depression, anxiety, things like that. Now, I'm not saying that every child will have these antisocial behaviors, but when parents are spanking or using physical punishment, then these antisocial behaviors can be increased, and the risk of developing these will be increased as well. These usually start around preschool to school-age children, and they will sometimes subside by the time these children reach adulthood. But sometimes that's not the case, and these antisocial behaviors will continue on through adulthood. So we can see there are many risks involved when using physical punishment as a form of discipline. This last risk is one of the most serious risks that can be involved. This is when the parents cross the line from spanking and enter into physical abuse. Charity Clark works for a social work agency, and she said that spanking is like a gateway drug. Not all children who are spanked will get physically abused, but almost every child who is physically abused, their parents started with spanking. The reason for that is because the anger that is associated with spanking. Parents are reacting because of the anger that they feel. If the parents took a couple minutes to calm down, they probably wouldn't resort to physical punishment as their form of discipline. So where is the line between spanking and physical abuse? Well, there is no blanket statement that says, well, this is where this is spanking and now we're into physical abuse. So parents ultimately get to make the decision what they think is reasonable or not. They get to decide whether they think that they are spanking their child or physically abusing them. One parent may think that what they're doing is just perfectly fine and that they're the parent and they're just disciplining their child. But another parent down the street may think that this parent is physically abusing their child. So there's always that risk that spanking will lead to physical abuse because of the anger associated with it. So now that we know these 4 risks, what are we going to do about it? There's a lot that parents can do, but they maybe don't know what they can do. There are many non-physical forms of discipline that parents can use that can be just as effective, if not more effective, than using physical forms of discipline. So parents need to educate themselves on what non-physical forms of discipline are out there. These non-physical forms can include timeouts, praising and rewarding children for positive behavior, taking away privileges or items, etc., things like that. President Hinckley, a prophet of God, once said, quote, "I will be forever grateful for a father who never laid a hand in anger upon his children. He had the wonderful talent to let them know what was expected of them and to give them encouragement in achieving that." Close quote. So I hope we can all strive to be like President Hinckley's father and learn the non-physical forms of discipline, learn these skills and apply them in our daily lives, and help our children to become better citizens and to learn right from wrong. One by one, we can choose not to be part of the 70 to 90% of parents that use physical punishment as a form of discipline. Thank you.